So Stasis and Arc, I've always found that this has a very nice synergy going between it. Stasis and Arc weapons, especially in a hunter. I'm featuring an exotic called Mask of Bakris. I'm going to show you how to get some really big damage. So Mask of Bakris, what it does, it replaces your Stasis subclass dodge ability with a longer range, faster moving shift that partially cloaks you during use. I always found that particularly good for encounters. In GMs, you can get away fast, you can get up close, get out the way really quick. Also, what it does, after shifting, your arc weapons do an additional 10% extra damage every time you dodge, and on top of that, you also get increased damage to slurred targets. There's another 10%, so you get 10% for slurred and then 10% for arc, so a potential 20% damage if you're using an arc weapon. One of the weapons that I'm using at the moment is Forbearance, so you'll see what I'm doing. I'm dodging, using my arc, Forbearance, and getting some massive damage, just like so. And then that was the Mask of Bakris, where you can use it as well for like getting up close, quick to finish, things like that as well. Weak and Clear is something else I'm adding on top of the Mask of Bakris. Get a 15% debuff whenever you damage something with a grenade launcher. Like I said, there's various different grenade launchers to use at the moment. The arc one is Forbearance or Dead Messenger. Another one to run is Wishender. Now, Wishender has got anti-barrier built in and it's absolutely insane. It does an absolute crap ton of damage. If you add that with the Weak and Clear from your Forbearance or your Dead Messenger, you're going to do an absolute load of damage. And then one of the mods that I run, one of the fragments that I run is Whisper of Rending. You do an extra 42% damage against enemies that are frozen. So you can imagine your Wishender, your Weak and Clear and your Whisper of Rending. And this is an absolutely perfect combo to go with your Weak and Clear grenade launcher, your Mask of Bakris, so you can get loads of arc damage, and then loads of primary damage with your Wishender. Look at that, absolutely destroys barrier champions. You can freeze them with your grenade, with your super, with your melee, and it all works nicely. You'll see here exactly how easy this barrier champion goes down. I'm freezing him to get that Whisper of Rending. A couple of shots with my Wishender, and it's absolutely crazy. I've obviously added Whisper of Rending on there as well. Weak and Clear is all kicking in nicely. It's absolutely busted, this build. It is so strong. Arc and Stasis, Mask of Bakris, look at all this damage you do with your chain reaction Forbearance. Dead Messenger is another one that works pretty nicely with this one as well, because that does 3 waves along the floor. So Stasis, Arc, Mask of Bakris, it works obviously really good for arc burn activities. This week's GM, Scarlet Keep, is arc burn. There's Lost Sectors that have arc burn, and I think there's another GM this season, Corrupted, that have got arc burn. And on top of all that extra damage that you're getting from the Mask of Bakris, the Weak and Clear, I'm also going to show you a little setup that you can infinitely get charged with light, high energy fire, so you can have a 20% on there. Elemental Shards is one of the mods that you need. Stasis Shard counters elemental wells for you, and then you run elemental charge, so picking up them elemental shards or elemental well is going to make you charge with light ×2. Stack that with high energy fire. That works with Bakris, your Weak and Clear, so you can do even more damage. You've got your Mask of Bakris, your high energy fire, your Weak and Clear, all stacking together. Now watch the bottom left of my screen. This is the elemental shards and elemental charge. Charge with light ×2. Really easy to do at the moment. This could get changed for next season, because I think they're reworking some of the mod systems and the armor mods, etc. But for now, this is absolutely crazy. Just kill something that's frozen, and then you're going to get them Stasis Shards, and you can infinitely have charge with light as well. So you got like ×2 charge with light going all of the time. Now again, you'll notice here, I'm charged with light ×2. I've got loads of extra damage with my Storm Chaser or an arc rocket launcher, whichever arc weapon you want to use in your heavy slot as well. You've got your ×2 charge with light for your high energy fire. You've got your Mask of Bakris, dodge like so. I've already got Weak and Clear on there. And even for DPS phases, it's absolutely perfect. You'll see I've got that light shift going on the bottom left as well. Absolutely massive damage. Just really strong. Stasis and Arc work absolutely perfectly together. In my opinion, there's some really nice synergy going on with it, especially on a hunter. Like I said as well, there is other options for your heavy slot. It doesn't have to be a linear. Hothead Adept with something like Lasting Impression is also really nice. I'm just going to quickly touch over my fragments and aspects now. Grim Harvest is really important. That's the one you need That's the most important one, because that's the creates the shards for your elemental shards in elemental charge. Touch of Winter is one that I always run for my Dustfield Grenade. It increases the size and it creates a stasis crystal on the impact. Dustfield Grenade, I don't run anything else. Triple Jump, Gambler's Dodge. I always run Gambler's Dodge to get my melee back. Whisper of Conduction, so all them shards that you're creating, they're all going to travel towards you because you don't want to be running out for them. Whisper of Jorans for Bakris, because you want all your slur from your abilities to last longer. Whisper of Shards, so whenever you destroy a stasis crystal, you're going to get a nice boost to your grenade recharge rate as well. Whisper of Rhyme, this one is absolutely crazy because you're going to get loads of healing as well as all that chargeable light that you're getting. They're going to heal you, and it works really nicely with Whisper of Conduction. Whisper of Rhyme, Whisper of Conduction work perfectly together, and then Whisper of Rending, what we've already touched on, give you a 42% damage increase. I just want to sort of show you as well what I was talking about. It doesn't have to be a linear. You can use a rocket launcher and Witherhoard, so an arc rocket launcher, and it'll just blows things to bits. Look at that, get that arc damage. You'll see I'm charged with light, high energy fire. Put your weak and clear on, and it's absolutely fantastic. Loads and loads of damage. Getting all that extra damage from the slur from Bakris, all your extra arc damage for your heavy, and it absolutely just blows things away. It's such strong damage. And now I'll just go over my armor mods. Quite a lot of these we've already touched on already, but we'll just go over them. Elemental Shards, Lucian Finisher and Weaken Clear. Elemental Shards is one we've already touched on. Lucian Finisher just for infinite heavy this season. And then obviously Weaken Clear, this is a key component for that extra 15% damage. Elemental Charge, which we've already touched on again, that's going to make you charge with light from collecting them elemental shards. And then it's a case of whatever scavengers you're running, rocket, launcher or linear, whatever. High energy fire is one that I always run on my chest piece, that extra 20% damage, and then it's again a case of whatever resistance mods you like to use depending on what you're doing. Powerful Friends is another option to run on the chest piece. On my arms I like to run counter charge. That's just another way of buffing out my charge with light for the build. Whenever you stun a champion, you're going to become charged with light as well, so that's just like an instant boost whenever you stun a champion, whether you break the barrier, unstop or overload. Unstoppable Grenade Launcher, that's a no-brainer for this season. Font of Might, this one is interchangeable if you don't want to run Font of Might, but I like to run it in case I run Stasis Heavies, so to get that extra 25% damage. Harmonic Siphon, whatever scavenger you run, and I just had enough energy just to get the extra bit of strength on there to complete the tier. So just in case I didn't explain that well enough, I will always leave a build card as well, and I will leave a dim link in the video description. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you're running other combos with Stasis and Arc, especially Bakris. I hope this gets a little bit of a buff next season with the changes to the dodge, cooldowns, etc. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.